it is okay. You are on the right track. It is a problem. I think it becomes a problem when you don't even feel as a human being. That's when there's maybe you're a psychopath. Psychopaths don't feel anything, according to the movies anyway and research, right? So as a human being, it is just natural for you to have these feelings, whether they make you comfortable or uncomfortable, whether they make you happy or they make you sad. It is okay. That's the first thing you have to establish to your child. Now, you ask your child to name all the feelings he can think of, and then you can write them out. You know, if the child is old enough to know what sadness is or what happiness is, just tell them to list it out. What are the feelings that you know? You can even tell them to demonstrate what what you'd see on the face, what you'd see, the actions that you'd see when you are feeling in a particular way. For example, if you're feeling happy, show me how happy feeling is. The child is probably going to smile or jump up. If you're feeling sad, show me how sadness looks like. The child is probably going to pout their lips, So you can do that, and then you write out these feelings. All right, so you should make them know this. This is the first step, right? You identify what these feelings are. You can write it out, put it somewhere, and you should make them know that feelings are fleeting. They come and go. You won't always be happy. You won't always be sad. You won't always be angry. You won't always have fear. You won't always be anxious. These feelings come and go, just like it is with humans. Happiness is not permanent. Neither is sadness. There comes a time when you're happy. There would come a time when you're sad. So, the feelings vary, right? So that's the first thing that you establish for the child, okay? And then you also make them realize what it feels like when you have a particular feeling. Like, for example, when you're angry, you can clench your fist. That is the physical evidence of what is happening to you in your mind. It's a mind thing, but then it shows in the physical. Your body, your face shows it. So when you're angry, you can tighten your fist or you can clench your fist. When you're nervous, you feel sick to your tummy. There's just this feeling. It still happens to adults. When you're anxious or you're scared, you just have that funny feeling. Your stomach starts to rumble. Okay, when you are happy, of course you know how you feel when you're happy. So that's the first thing you do. Identify these feelings for these kids, and then the second one is to identify what triggered these emotions. What made it before you felt like that? What happened? Tell me what happened. Talk to your child like you would talk to an adult. Now, you won't always yell at an adult, right? Because you know that you have to respect the adult. Your kids too deserve respect because they're humans. They might be little humans, but they're humans. They're eventually going to grow to become adults. And whatever it is that you do, however it is that you train your child, it's not only in the moral aspect now. It's not only train your child in the way it should go. It doesn't have to do with just morality. There's a lot to it, because the way you train your child is, it really does affect them when they grow up. Honestly speaking, it really does a number on a child. Whatever it is that the child faces while they're young, most likely determines the kind of human beings they become when they're adults. Okay, so identify what triggered the emotions. Your child is angry, is throwing a tantrum. Call the child. What happened? I want to know. Before you started feeling this way, what happened? Like, oh, I lost my toy. Oh, my friend wouldn't play with me and all that. Don't yell at the child that I better go and sit down somewhere. Or don't try to give a quick fix to the tantrum. Like the child is throwing a tantrum and say, oh, yeah, go and buy biscuits. No. That way you are killing, that channel through which the child could have expressed himself or herself. You are killing the emotions. The child will buy the biscuit and then forget. It's a process. You have to ask the child what happened so that the child can express himself or herself. Ask for what caused, what triggered the emotions that they're feeling, and then let them talk about it. Okay. So I'm really going to stop here today because we still have other segments, and I don't want to take too much time. So I've started this new topic, how to handle emotions for kids, and I've told you why I thought about this topic and why I feel it is very important for the parents to know. Now the parents are learning, you, the child, to get gleaning something from what I'm saying, right? If you've not been able to master your emotions well, this could be a good place to start. Okay, so today I've talked about the first thing, which is identifying these emotions for the kids. Let them come to you and say, okay, let them be able to put a name to what they're feeling. I'm sad today, I'm angry today, I didn't feel too good, I felt, let them be able to express themselves and identify these feelings that they're having, and then also make them understand that these feelings are valid. Don't try to shut them up when they're trying to explain themselves to you. Don't try to just yell at them and tell them that I don't have time to listen to you. Listen to your kids. It really does go a long way. And the second one is to identify what triggered the emotions that they're feeling. So I'm going to stop there today, okay? And we're going to pick up from there next week. So let's go listen to a song before we move to the second segment, which is the story time with Auntie Dorcas. We're just going to listen to a song quickly, and then I'll be right back. Please don't go anywhere. It's still Kiddies Time with Auntie Dorcas and Fresh 104.9 FM in the city of Osogbo.
Say the world is waiting up for me, that I call my own. Through the dark, through the door, through where no one's been before. But it feels like home. They can say it all sounds crazy. They can say I've lost my mind. I don't care, so call me crazy. We can live in a world that we design. 'Cause every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. A million dreams for the world we're gonna make.
Alright, welcome back from that short break. Now we're in the second segment, which is the story time with Auntie Dorcas. Today, the title of our story is Pinocchio. I don't know if you've ever heard the story of Pinocchio. Usually they say when Pinocchio lies, his nose gets longer. So why does it happen like that? Why did it happen like that? We're going to get to know shortly. So the title of our story today is Pinocchio. Please enjoy the story, and I'll be back on the flip side.
Let's go home. Why are you wasting time? How come you always want to do something good for others?
Tofu, what goes around comes around. If you do good, good will come back to you. And if you do bad, bad will come back to you.
What do you mean?
Let me tell you the story of a little boy called Pinocchio. Pinocchio. Once there lived an old carpenter called Geppetto. He had no family and was quite lonely. Since he was quite poor, he would find leftover wooden logs and create something new out of them. One night, he found a large wooden log and took it home. Throughout the night, Geppetto worked on the log carved a young boy out of it. By the time he was done with it, it was morning.
My, what a beautiful boy I have made. I wish he had a heart. Then he could be my son and I would call him Pinocchio.
A good fairy who knew that Geppetto was a very nice man overheard him, and suddenly the wooden boy spoke up.
Hello.
Geppetto was surprised but overjoyed. He hugged Pinocchio and told him that from that day he was Geppetto's son. Geppetto arranged for Pinocchio to go to school. To buy him his books, he sold off his dear chisel.
Now you can go to school like a real boy.
One morning, as Pinocchio was going to school, the evil puppet master stopped him. The puppet master wanted to own Pinocchio so he could use him to earn lots of money.
Hello, Pinocchio. Do you want to go to the Fun Island? It is a wonderful, magical place where you can become a real boy.
Pinocchio was overjoyed at the idea of going to Fun Island. He quickly started walking with the puppet master. The good fairy who had been watching over Pinocchio suddenly appeared. Seeing her, the evil puppet master ran away, leaving Pinocchio alone.
Where are you going, Pinocchio? To school, good fairy.
Just as Pinocchio said the lie, his wooden nose grew longer.
That isn't the way to the school, Pinocchio.
Afraid that he had been caught, the boy decided to lie again.
It is a new route.
With the second lie, Pinocchio's nose grew even longer. Now he was very sad and started crying.
I am sorry. I won't go to the Fun Island. I will go to school.
Seeing how sorry Pinocchio was, the good fairy did her magic and turned his nose into its normal size again. Pinocchio thanked her and dashed off to school. Once he reached school, he told all his friends about the Fun Island. All his friends decided to go and see this magical place. What they didn't know was that the magic in Fun Island was evil. It turned little boys into donkeys.
Oh no, we are in trouble. Everybody, run from here.
Just as the boys were figuring a way out of the island, Pinocchio saw Geppetto swimming towards the island. He had been looking out for Pinocchio all day. But to Pinocchio's horror, before Geppetto could reach him, a whale swallowed him up. To save his father, Pinocchio also jumped into the sea and went straight into the whale's stomach. There he saw Geppetto.
Pinocchio, my son.
Father, are you okay? How will we get out of here now?
Well, we must tickle the whale from inside till it throws us out.
And they started tickling the whale's stomach. Soon the whale sneezed and threw both of them out. Pinocchio helped his father and all his friends to get back to the village. The good fairy had been watching him all this time. Pinocchio, I have seen what a good boy you have been. Jumping into the sea to save your father like that. Hence, I am giving you a heart and making you a real boy. Pinocchio and Geppetto were overjoyed. They hugged each other and thanked the fairy as Pinocchio really turned into a real boy. Do you still think that doing good is a waste of time, Tofu?
Oh no, never, dear. From now on, I will always do good to others.
Alright, welcome back from that second segment, which was the story time with Auntie Dorcas. I hope we enjoyed that one. The title of that story once again was Pinocchio, right? So it's good to do good, as we've learned from the story. Okay, so we're now at the last segment, which is the playground. Of course, the phone lines have been buzzing. Did you people even sit to enjoy that story? I feel like you guys just wait for the last segment. You know what I'll be doing now? I'll be asking you questions from my teacher's corner and the story time. Maybe that would make you listen, sit down, and listen to the first two segments, because right from the beginning of the program, you'd see that the phone lines are buzzing and people are just calling in, or the kids are just calling in for the last segment. But anyway, I'll keep that in mind. So the phone lines, the phone line, you can call in now, 091 3000 1049, 0809333 1049. You can call me and let's play